can threaten you. Chrono, you can threaten you in. An extensive one gaze, Blaster is going to be a really big tool from Sakta. For the most part, you don't have just 3 spells spamming out top. Advantage should be able to get that momentum going for D1 Hustlers.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Mid.
Arcane Rune was being saved for Xantic there by Hakoda, but Snaking just decides to deny it off instead. Shad's still being chased down by Saksa, like he's turned into such a threat on the Bat Rider. I suppose it does go back to what we talked about earlier, like the fact that he's a universal hero, and he just doesn't need to try and abuse sticky napalm in the laning stage. Just makes it so you can get a little bit more out of this bat, and well, Saksa, he's been such a nuisance already this game. They are moving down bot lane, they want to try and maybe pick off 33 here, but even Skid has shown up on the Void. Chrono is up. Theolacore is going to reveal himself with the Illuminate. The Tundra will not make the jump in, realizing that there's probably a lot of heroes down at the bottom side of the map. They will just walk away from this. And I suppose it's just fine.
Just a little bit of time wasted in the end. You're not losing out on too much. You get a little bit of room out for Snaking to soak that top lane. Level 5 now in the techies. Get a little bit of farm going as well on that hero. The panel did mention maybe the greedier nature of Tundra's draft. They are finding room to still kind of enable that. And for the side of D1 Hustlers, they are starting to catch up. There are some stacks that by Llama's clearing out, not being contested by the side of Tundra. So you can kind of still hit your timings here on Magnus.
Middle tower
They missed the 8th Remnant on 9. They don't bother continuing as bottom lane now. Shad in trouble again for Saksa. Saksa will just not leave the man alone, and he will secure the kill again. That was completely solo from this Bat Rider. It's pretty revolting how a bat can just chase you. He's one level ahead of the Slark now, John. Like this Pos 4 Bat Rider's out leveling their Pos 1 Slark. His mid lane, jump in, Hakoda in trouble. Snaking also not doing too well right now as Xantic does take him down. It'll be a 1-for-1 trade between the two teams. In comes Saksa now, level 6 on the bat. Almost level 7. And I will reiterate, John, Shad is currently level 5 on the Slark.
Yeah, it's a rough time. Shad was just completely focused.
No luck for the Void. And somehow everyone from D1 Hustlers gets out of there.
That was costing Golden Silence to bail out. You've got a free fight lined up for yourselves on Tundra. Chrono's still ready for Skitter as well. If they want to take a bigger engagement here.
Shad gonna go into the Shadow Dance. Rolling Thunder only committed to 1 stun. But that's 1 stun that's more than enough for a Shad. He's got nowhere to go. Snaking will kick him off. Meanwhile, towards the west, they will lose Saksa. That's a wicked 6 streak going the way of Hakoda of all things in the Pos 5 Silencer. Nevertheless, though, you do get yourself a nice pick-off.
You find yourself a bigger pick-off here for the side of D1 Hustlers. You're sacrificing Shad, sure. The streaks again on Tundra are a lot higher. That priority does work itself out. Even though the heroes that are finding it, probably not the best heroes to get that gold. You do get utility out from Hustlers with Hakoda getting that farm. Straight into the horse staff, going for a quick refresh. Understanding that they need that global silence as much as possible to take these fights. I don't mind that build up too much. And the force staff alone should be enough to bail out. You already have the Pavis up and running on TL Core anyway for some protection. So you've got some tools on hand now to bring some fight back onto Tundra. This gap is still worrying though. Like Shad at 5.7k net worth, barely above Saksa. Not the least one here.
Mid lane, they put a silence off here onto the Void Spirit. He's going to be okay. High fives up. That was 33's Orchid that was committed on the Medusa, and that'll be the reveal against Xantic. Meanwhile, they do head towards the bottom lane. They have smoked up as 3. Nobody from Tundra is around this area. And now Tundra smoke up as 3. Seeing that Shad is farming the bot lane, they are going to head exactly that way, so it could be a big team fight to break out. But in terms of the numbers, D1 Hustlers have got the advantage by 1. Though not for long, because Shad is going to get caught out first, but he gets the Shadow Dance off in time. Rolling Thunder is there, but no. Global Silence does come out first. Now it's Xantic with a 3-man extra step. He'll commit all of it immediately. Saksa, he'll at least get the lasso off. He's down at Xantic. Can they keep it going? The Violama, he'll drag snaking away. Meanwhile, the Chrono was committed onto the slot. That's gone. A complete mess of a team fight. But it's a 2 for 3. The WEU D1. The only problem is they lost both their...
It's fair, Mike. I respect that with Skyrim. You know, I understand you're immersed. And this is a very immersive game as well. For both sides. This is going the distance so far. Well, not that far into the distance. 25 minutes in.
That's not good. The Violama, he's got 33. He's caught himself a very big fish, but it may be too big. They'll commit the RP. They're just trying to get through the mana pool, but they don't have enough. Skinner's got a 3-man RP, or rather Chrono. He's got all of them. The Violama's gone. Oh, you threw everything but the kitchen sink, and he doesn't even lose all his mana.
It's just Dusa. It's just too durable. You don't have anything to instantly melt the mana. You have to commit all these spells.
Can I rant for a moment as well? Like, this mana shield, damage absorbed 98%. Why did we not just make it 100? Like, I don't understand why it has to be 98%. Like the 2% that he doesn't have matters.
Yeah, that's fair. It doesn't matter at all.
I swear Icefrog's just trolling us at this point with these weird numbers. Skinner. They're gonna take the Tormentor.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Free shard coming out. More objectives to take the Tundra. 15 to 22. And I mean, this is the issue we've talked about with D1 Hustlers, man. As this game goes late, like it feels like so much is on shit.
The chase. And he's also going to go down. Tundra finding a 2 for 1. Or 2 for nothing, excuse me.
Just getting the 2 for 1 special, or 2 for none special. 2 freebies being given out for them, and they're setting up for Roshan, not quite fair. You do at the least have the ads on Shad, but
Speaking of, packed away, Sucks are chasing him down, but he's got the ags up, so he does have the double pounds available. Skewer is out, RP committed to Violama, though he's on a cliff. He is on a cliff at the moment. The Sucks will push him back now with the Psychic Headband, and Xantic finishes the job instead, but now you've got the Magnus locked down. The Violama, he's going to try for the Skewer, but can't get it off. I guess for D1 right now, they take any kill they can get, but you don't really want to drop your +3 for that.
you don't even want to pop RP for that. It's a costly spell to throw out there. You suddenly don't have that threat on the team fight once more for a minute. Just finding some openings. That spell down, I mean, that's an opening right now. Why does miss?
It's out, 33 with the dagger. So much damage being dealt here to this poor Silencer. As Nine's been stuck in the little ditch there, but nevertheless, her code is gone. D1. The Violama. Oh, you're the wrong way, sir. That is the wrong way. They're going to jump in anyway. Shad's in to try and help out with the depth trap, but the blast off is going to hold down the Violama, who'll try to skewer away again. He's got 33 with it. Whoopsie daisies.
As all love does.
I suppose sometimes you just click the wrong way.
Yeah, no buyback and no Magnus. That's the high ground opened up for Tundra. That's where D1 Hustlers has been trying on this defense, but without the team fight threat,
Radiant's middle
to
tower
just take the rack.
attack.
Still have a chrono. And not too long to cool down in the stone gaze. Just kind of take this. Hustlers, they need to wait.
Radiant's middle barracks
The
are under
Byman just to do something on his
Radiant's
respawn.
middle
They might be able to
barracks
stall out the end. There's still a tier 2 up top at the very least to protect
Radiant's
that
top tower is under
racks as
attack.
well. They're not going to get mega creeps off the back of this just yet.
They certainly are not. Tundra
Dire's
going
bottom
to have a
tower
huge
is under
advantage now.
attack.
2 racks is up. I mean, they could try for tier 4s if they really want to.
Radiant's
But it seems
middle
like, again,
barracks
Tundra,
has fallen.
they're a conservative team. They'll play it
Dire's
safe.
bottom tower is under attack.
T2 Tower is going to be focused down here by 33, who have the boots travel
Radiant's
up.
top tower
They can just
is
go
under
right
attack.
after the final racks, knowing that they've got still all their spells apart from Stone
Radiant's
Gaze.
top tower
The Stone
is
Gaze is up in 4 seconds. Lasso committed. They found the silencer. That's going to be no global silence from Hakoda. And
Radiant's
no
top
buyback
tower
either
is
to make
under
matters
attack.
worse. So now you've got to fight without that global silence, which is going to feel pretty impossible against the Chrono of Skidder. And by the way, he has 2 of them. It's out again. The Violama this time getting caught out by 33 as Nine just moves right in with the rolling thunder, and now the Chrono. Skidder Skinner. He found Shad on the slot. Look at the damage output. He'll refresh. Find himself another. It's going to be the keeper of the life. There goes Spear the core. Looking to buy back along with Xantic, but doesn't really matter. Well, they're going to find 63. All this, they've lost their rats. The fight, still trying for a skewer back. Not going to find it this time around. Nice jump right into the tango. Maybe going a little bit fast. But they've got to make a quick sell. Snake kicks it with a blast off. Lasso's out onto Divine Llama once again as he's going to commit a buyback. He wants to skewer back towards the fountain. But Skinner, he has the BKB going. There's your skewer back. He's found the void. There's no way out. At Xantic, all of them will pick up Skinner. And now Tundra officially are forced to back their way out of this. They even find Snaking, I believe. The techie should be dropping. He'll try for a TP play out, and he's actually going to make it.
What?
Yeah, he makes it out.
That is not easy.
He won, and by Lava, a nice skewer back into the fountain, onto the void, but Skinner. He's got the BKB. He's going to be just fine. Keep in mind as well, he has no pressure orb. He has Aegis up. This is not going to be the easiest pick-off in the world against this void. D1 Hustlers still hanging around those tier 4 towers, looking for an opportunity. But they need to buy Llama with the skewer back. Skinner moving in, 9. He'll pop the Rolling Thunder, but he's just buying space for 33 to slowly chip away the tier 4 towers. Skinner will jump in now as well. Both tier 4s are down. He won't have to jump in. Shad's going to try with the Shadow Dance. He'll try to move it onto the faces forward, but he's fine. Divine Llama in the meantime, he's getting lasted up by Saksa. He's got no chance, and now Skinner's in. He's onto the keeper, already gone. Divine Llama will get dropped as well, and now Shad gets caught out by the Chrono. It's GG.
Having to rely on that to figure out the ways and get some harassment a little bit tougher. I can see 9 kind of edging out there.
Top lane Saksa taking a fair bit of damage there from Hakoda, and Shad is going to be fine. One of my favorite heroes right now, John the Spirit Breaker. I mean, quite frankly, I thought Spirit Breaker was strong before the recent changes, or rather the recent buffs, but now the recent buffs, people start to believe in the hero. And look at this, jump in on Shad, he's out of mana, there's your blood grenade out, and Shad may as well be as good as dead, as he is just going to go down on Hakoda. Still just trying to fight Saksa, will throw the blood grenade himself. Saksa is going to tick out, but the problem is Hakoda may have just given a double kill to 33. And I'll tell you, if there's one guy you do some vision, and 33 is trying to provide that vision, Shad is going to get spotted. He is as good as dead, I believe, as he is out of mana. He's gone. It's the combo between Saksa and 33. Like, the familiars are going to get vision, Saksa's going to charge every time.
Radiant's
No
bottom
stop button
tower
here.
is under attack.
Aggression is lining up for Tundra 7-2 start. Every lane going well, even the mid lane.
Gets a bit of a favor here from Saksa, who apparently bashes 2 off. I saw a picture once. It was a meme. Skinner. The Violama is going to get jumped again. His HP pool's about to look like a meme here, jump. The Underlord will be going to get locked down, and Skinner will take care of it, no problem.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, Shad. That's the Vanguard up as well.
Radiant's middle
Shad.
tower
No one looks
is under
tanky,
attack.
No,
Dire's
no, they
turret
don't. Jump
has been killed.
33 and Saksa again, just
Dire's
making
bottom
Shad's life a
tower is
living
under
hell.
attack.
A prize.
They are rotating heroes up, so maybe they can find a bit of a trade here with the setup of Xantic, but even if you find the Spirit Breaker, it's not going to feel that worth it. They're going to try. He does have level 1 bulldoze, so he is going to have some decent status resist. Blinding Light, or rather Illuminate, does not connect. Saksa still going, does charge back towards the Xantic, but it will go down. Thing is, you just commit so much time and effort for that. And again, they still found the Medusa first. Like, it's not really a problem for Saksa.
You don't mind too much. It is still a pick-off that D1 Hustlers desperately need. Right, we talked about Xantic having to be the launching point. The pick-off does help him accelerate into his Witchblade timing, but it takes a lot of commitment, right? Like, no one else is ready to play. You haven't farm up in Divine Llama, one person guard first,
Large is there, phase shift will juke it out at Xantic. Immediately putting the hand up.
Keep out.
D1 Hustlers 9-3 now in the favor of Tundra. 4k advantage their way. Shad just hitting the level 6 mark as well on the Medusa. Not going for the Stone Gaze, obviously. Needs to try and flash farm his way on this Medusa. They are really suffering in the XP department. Excuse me. I said XP department. Goodness me. You know me, I love a good XD, Jonathan. Every sentence I type is basically with an XD at the end. Anyway. 33's level 9, Jonathan, compared to level 6 of Shad's Medusa. That's the state of the game right now for D1 Hustlers.
He had a dominating lane. You know, it's a lane Sox could leave him alone in. It's a lane that Shad couldn't even stand solo up against the Visage on. So it's to be expected. A slower start for the Hustlers once more. And it's set to feel even worse. Yorsa free farming into the battle fury now. Skitter just uncontested.
Dire's middle tower is under
that much
attack.
pressure. Charge out into the Vi. Invis from 9.
Cancel
Blocks.
off. They canceled the
Right.
charge. Skitter doesn't like it. Shad gonna find out the hard way they are incoming. Look how much mana he loses from one charge. Dark Rift will come out. Divine Llama. They'll try and go after 33. 33's tanky boy, but not quite tanky enough it seems. They will lock him down to the pit of Malice. Still, Fortune's End does come in. And with the false promise, he will survive a little bit longer. They do go for more. Sucks up. Trying to fight. Is probably set to fall. And he will. Tundra looking to back off now as D1 Hustlers off to a pretty good start with this team fight, but they do have Skitty here now. He's got the Aegis up. Divine Llama is still going after snaking, but a huge Sonic Wave is going to land through quite a few. It's not the setup they're looking for.
Radiant's
D1
bottom
and
tower
Tundra
is under
both not
attack.
sure about this fight. Are going to both back out of there. I suppose for D1, as long as they know Shad remains alive, they'll be happy with this fight. How?
Solar Crest. Just enough durability, just enough movement out to get the distance. That's a lot of commitment.
Skitter now trying to commit. He's not going to do it. He'll go back to farm the jungle instead. But still, I mean, Tundra just 6k ahead, looking like they're in a very strong position. Shad just trying his best to catch up here on the Deucer, but it's a very slow process right now. So he just can't trust any part of the map to be safe. And speaking of, like, he's in his dire triangle, but Skitter's running right towards him. They haven't seen each other yet. And Dakota, he's going to be the sacrificial lamb.
You came too close
He's
to
gone.
what is mine.
And now Shad, you just can't stick around this area. Because Skitter will take the fight every single time.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So you don't really manage to...
The solar mine provided there by Theolacore. It's going to be just fine here from Tundra. They do successfully disengage as Divine. Spotted there by Skitter, who wants to jump in. He found 3 targets. He's just jumping right into the static storm. He could not care less about it. Theolacore also getting caught. Should just drop though. It's Antic. He's doing a lot of damage here to the Ursa. It's not enough. False promise will come in. Stovey is caught by Shad, actually typifying quite a few of them. Tundra, they could finally be in trouble, but it doesn't really seem like it. They're all still very healthy. They're trying for snaking. A huge Sonic Wave in the backside from 9, gonna catch 2 of them. Divine Llama dropping too low, should go down to the Overlord. Meanwhile, Theolacore and Shad both caught out. They'll leave the Coddle be. They'll go after Shad instead. In fact, I say that. Theolacore is also gonna go down. It's basically a full team IP for Tundra. And they made it look really easy, John, let me tell you.
Just rip them apart. Tundra gonna be able to steal that from Mentor, but if they find one isolated hero, you're gonna be more than happy here.
Oh, Divine. Quick Yules.
Dire's top tower is falling.
Expecting Skinner to jump in. Problem is, though, Skinner has the diffusal blade, and Divine Llama, he's just not out of the woods yet. He's gone. Going up, wanting to join his dead teammate in the 33. Oh, Shad, he's been caught out by the familiars. He jumped right in the middle. Oh boy. Oh, this might be a GG call coming, John. It's been a very rough game, a very rough series for D1 Hustlers. Mind you, they are the kind of team that just wants to play it out all the way to the end, so they might hold out, but no, they call it GG.